Hey, hi, I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for November 26th, 2025. So it's Wednesday, and tomorrow will be Thanksgiving. So we just got back. We left early this morning. I left here at like, I think it was like 8. No, it was like 7 something. Because we got to the mechanic this morning at like 8:15. Yeah. I'm only 20 minutes away from the mechanic, but get this, I found a really good mechanic. Yeah. The mechanic shop that I found near this area, it's called Payne's Garage. That place is good. We were there for like 4 hours. It's okay. I don't mind. If there's work being done on the car, even though I have to hang out and wait around, it's okay. I will wait around. Especially if I find a good mechanic. The prices are good. The people are nice. They're friendly. They're good to my dogs. That's a plus. That's a plus. But yeah, if you are ever near Refugio County or the surrounding counties, this place is called Payne's Garage, Paines Garage. It's right there in Sinton. All right. They used to have a place in, I think, called Corpus Christi, but they moved here. It's closer to where they live. And, you know, it's just a nice bunch of people. Even the customers who go in there are very nice. I see that they also work on the law enforcement cars, well, the state trooper cars. It's a busy place because they are good. So I went in there today to have my power steering stuff replaced. That car is 2017. I have never done anything that had anything to do ever with power steering on that car. So when I was kind of looking up noises for the car, that was one of the things that popped up, and I'm like, you know what? I never did that on my car, and it's probably time to do it. So I went in there and I talked to them about, you know, the issues that I was experiencing, and that I looked stuff up, and I talked to them about the noises, and I told them I think something's going on with the power steering. But it could be anything else, anything with like a belt, because the sounds I was hearing sounded like belt sounds, right? So, and there's a lot of belts in the car, so I could have been wrong. But as he checked and he looked at other things, and I called Port Lavaca Jeep dealership, because that's where I was taking my car to get repaired, you know, in this state, in this town. And they've been doing a good job. There's nothing against them, but we all know that when you take the car to the dealership, it's going to cost a lot more. But after talking to them and him looking at things, he's like, yeah, I think, you know, this is the power steering issue. And so I said, all right, let's do it. Right? I didn't even ask for the price, because if something needs to be done and it's at a garage like this, I know for sure it's not going to be the same price as the dealership. It's going to cost less. So I'm just like, yeah, go ahead and do it. I don't even know how much that costs to have that repaired. And they said, okay, we're going to go and order the part. We're going to give you an estimate, blah, 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 right? So I ended up talking to them, and their estimate was like 6 something. And of course, I'm just like, okay, yeah, do it. Because I already like them. I already like how they run their business. I already like how the kind of people they are. And so she told me the price, and I said, yeah, let's go ahead, order the part, and then I will call back next week, see if you guys got the part, and plan to make the appointment to go in. So she gave me the estimate, and right away, you guys know me, I'm looking up everywhere. How much does it cost to have this done? And what is the average? I was checking everywhere. Now, I'm checking for prices for this area though. Because you go to another state, it's going to be a different price because of the cost of things in that state, right? You go to a state that things cost less, it's going to cost less. So in this area, the roundabout cost to have that replaced for my car is between $600 and $1,000. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And so I checked other spots. And yeah, so the lowest price is $600, and the highest price is $1,000, maybe a little bit over if you go to the dealership, right? Depending on where you go. Now, when I'm looking up the prices, I'm looking up the price for the average, like, repair shop. So it's between $600 and $1,000. If I were to look it up for dealerships, it's probably going to be up to $1,500. I probably, if I wouldn't have found this place, probably still would have paid that and went to a dealership. They are charging me like the lowest possible price, $600 to $1,000. I think she said it was like $6 something. And then she found out I was a veteran. Get this, 10% off all the labor. Boom. So, I mean, you cannot beat this place. Seriously. You cannot beat the price of this place. And if they find out you're a veteran, boom, 10% off the labor. Payne's Garage in Sinton. I'm telling you. I think that they're probably the fairest people around. Like, they're family. Like you and I. Like, we're just regular old people. They're regular old people too. They know what's going on right now. And they want to order the best parts for you. That's another thing. I know it sounds like I'm doing a commercial for them. But you know what, you guys? If I find a good place, like that CNC electric guy out in Goliad, he's another one. He's another good one. And that guy charged a very, like, he did not want to charge me what he normally charges, but I made him. Okay, because if you're offering a price and somebody's offering you their price and it's more than your price, take the blessing. Take the blessing. And that's how it is. And these people over here, they said it would be about 2 hours. It took about 4 hours. But you know what? I asked them to look and check all other things. Because I told them, I said, you know what? I think you guys are going to be my regular mechanics. So and they did. I was having some concerns about the brakes. Okay. They checked all the belts. All the belts are good. That was the one thing that they agreed with, that yes, we need to replace that. So they did, and they got the extra belt. There's extra things besides this power steering unit they needed to get. I was like, get it, just get it. But for them, you know, they checked everything. They drove it around. They did a good. I'm happy. And I didn't mind waiting there extra time. If they didn't mind me being there, I didn't mind being there. And they checked everything. And I told them, hey, about this time last year, I had all my brakes done, but they're starting to make that noise. I don't know how long brakes are supposed to last. Nothing is lifetime. Okay, when they say lifetime warranty, they're saying that, like, okay, if it breaks, they're going to put another one on. That's what lifetime warranty means, right? But if it's wear and tear and all these things, it's not lifetime. It's never lifetime. Anything that you read anywhere that they say, oh, lifetime this, no, it's not. You know, there's wear and tear. Things don't last forever. So anyways, I know that, and plus, because I drive a lot, you guys. We go distances. I got the dogs camping, going here, going there. We drive a lot, even though it seems like when I'm in town and we're not going camping or doing anything, we're not doing much, I'm still driving a lot because I still take the dogs out twice a day to go on, you know, their walks or exercise, whatever. And sometimes we drive to certain spots and they're not close by. So I do drive the car a lot, so I know I'm using the brakes a lot. I'm not a brake pumping type though. I'm not, you know, I pay attention to the road. I don't need to put on the brakes rapidly or anything like that. I keep my distance behind cars. Like, I'm a safe grandma type driver. I don't mind. I'm not in a hurry. And that's just it. So anyways, I told them, I said, I don't know how long brakes last, but I had my brakes done, not this time actually. I had them done around July or August. So more than a year. It's been almost 2 years now. Well, about a year and a half. Okay. And so I told them, can you check the brakes? And they said that the brakes are all right, but it's going to be time. And I told them, okay, if they think that I'm okay until next year, we'll get them done the beginning of next year. And she's like, well, she's not sure. She's going to go find out. And I also told them that it's not an inconvenience for me to stop by for them to check something if they want to check real quick. I told her, don't ever think that it is, because I go there all the time. I go to Sinton all the time. It's right here. It's like 25 minutes away. And they have a lot of places to walk dogs around there. So I kind of like it over there. And I kind of like some of the stores around there too. So I do go there. But we change it up. You know what I mean? If I don't go there, I'll probably go to Goliad, or I'll go to other towns that are nearby. Because I like to change it up, the dog walking experience. And plus for me, I get bored walking them at the same place all the time. I can imagine they do too. So anyways, I told her that, and she said, okay, we'll look into it. We'll give you a call next week or whenever to give you an estimate. I don't remember the estimate to change all the brakes, but she told me if you change the front brakes, you got to change it. I already know that. So I already have that in my head. If we're changing brakes, we're changing all of them. I am fine with that. So she told me about that, and I said, oh yeah, that's okay. But I do remember it cost quite a bit to get all new brakes of everything. I think it cost between $5 and $7. I think it cost around $7, to be quite honest with you. So I know that to replace all the brakes on the car, I have to look it up. I haven't looked it up. But I do know that when I got my brakes done, though, I got them done in Arizona. And Arizona is way more expensive because it's closer to California. Anything close to California is going to be more expensive. So, and I got more than just brakes done there. I was getting my fuel injection stuff worked on too. So I think over there, I think I paid around $1,500 for everything I needed done over there. But I needed it done. It wasn't like I'm just doing it willy-nilly. Oh, if I'm here, I might as well. No. Well, if I'm there, we might as well check other things too. But things that are important that need to be changed. You know what I'm saying? So over there, I know it costs more. So I don't know here in Texas how much it costs. It might cost different. I don't know. We can look. I'm already taking 13 minutes for this. I think it's too much. But let's see real quick. How much is it to change front pads and drums in Texas?
Changing front brake pads and drums in Texas typically costs between $400 and $900.
Okay.
Keep in mind that the price can change depending on the car.
So yeah, so I paid over there for the brakes. I think I paid around $700, but I was getting my fuel injection stuff checked too. I had a problem with my engine because of some sort of fuel injection problem. And now I know about it. Before I didn't, but when you're dealing with fuel injection, they have to do 5 or 6, it's quite a few different steps to figure out what the problem is. And they start with the gas cap. Okay, if your gas cap's not on there right, you're going to get a check engine light. So we replaced the gas cap. Then we went to the second thing. Then we went to the and fortunately I didn't have to go through all the whole steps because they found it, I think, at the second or third step, and that's where the extra money had to come in. So in my mind, I'm just going to put in there, it's going to be $1,000, even though it said up to 900, you know. But I'm going to put it in my mind that it's like $1,000. And then when they call, we'll see how much it's going to cost. I bet you it's going to be a good price. I bet you it is. On top of that, if you're a veteran, 10% discount on the labor. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I remember over there in Flagstaff when I got the work done there, and that's an expensive area. Okay, so I know I paid more than I should have, but it's okay. It needed to be done, and then I felt comfortable. Even though it might cost a little bit more or cost extra, there's nothing that beats that feeling inside when you know, all right, it's fixed and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah. That's priceless. So anyways, it's gonna be, it says from a couple hundred till 900. I'm thinking that 900 is usually cars that are like on the more high end, like high value cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, just cars that are high value. I don't have a high value car. It used to be when I first bought it, and then, well, not really. Not even when I first bought it. It's a low-end Jeep because there's no perks to it. It's not electronics. It's all the basic stuff, which is something that I wanted because the BMWs that I had, those were just nickel and diming me to death. $1,000 each repair, no matter what it was, or more, Now that I have the Jeep, Jeep is a lower end car, and I bought the one has no perks. So not all the repairs on there are very expensive. You know what I'm saying? Not like the BMWs. Like, I feel really bad for people who own these European cars, BMWs, Mercedes. You know that they're paying out of their bosom. Unless, of course, they are mechanics or somebody is married to a mechanic, then you're doing all right. Then you're good. But if you don't have anybody in the family who doesn't know how to work on those cars, you're paying out of the wazoo. Yeah, you're paying too much. I know, I've paid those prices, That's why, even though my favorite car is BMW, I don't mind to just look at it. I already had them. I already experienced them. I already know, okay, it's nice. I'm fine. You know what I mean? I'm fine. I really like the Jeep, and I want to keep it up until the wheels fall off, and I'm just going to keep doing that. And it's going to definitely, if I got a newer car, a new truck or something right now, the repair bills on those will be through the roof. A newer model, newer cars, higher bills. I'm just going to keep this car. As long as I've had it, I've been keeping up on all the maintenance, all the oil changes. Anything that sounds strange to me, I take it right away. I don't let it break down until it's too late. Because that can damage a car more too, to wait until something completely, yeah, All right, I'm talking too much. Sorry, you guys. I just felt like I had a lot to say because I'm really happy about this place. It's called Payne's Garage in Sinton. Very honest people. They're not trying to rape you of these high prices. They're giving you the lowest possible price. And if you're a veteran, you get 10% discount on labor. Like, damn. So if you ever happen to be in this area, it's worth the drive to go there because you're going to save money. So you pay a couple extra bucks for gas. So what? You're saving probably a couple hundreds by just going there. So anyways, that's all I have for you. I'm Mona, Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for November 26th. 26th, 2025. The day before Thanksgiving, yeah. I'm not going to do Thanksgiving, but happy holidays for whoever. Of course, you're going to see this late, but I hope you had a great holiday. I'm Mona, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.